Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to the 12th episode of my 1 vs 2 times 3 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against 3 separate teams of 2 Emperor AI per team, and I'm playing as the Draconian Necromancer, Crogar the Corrupt. In our last episode, we brought our main stack with Crogar here. We brought them over to Firak's throne city. And unfortunately, it turned out that Firak's throne city is actually quite well defended, as you can see here. Scariest part of this whole thing is probably these 2 cannons, along with Firak himself. So I decided that probably not the best to try and siege the city, although I kind of had to hem and haw over this. But we now know, obviously, where Firak's throne is, and we know where Firak himself is. So it's just a matter of basically bringing in some reinforcements, hopefully, to help siege the city and maybe eliminate another of our opponents. We also kind of did a little bit more developing of our empire here, and we decided that we're going to be putting a city here on this island, so that's something I'm working on. And we also have our dwelling here starting to pump out, as we see here, our Wraith King units. So we got lots of good stuff happening. But anyway, before we get into this episode, I did just want to give a quick shout out to Casper Eklund once again, who left a really excellent set of comments. A few things that I just want to touch on that he mentioned. So one thing Casper said is that, let's just kind of refresh everybody's memory here. So last episode, unfortunately, this stack here of elemental units popped out of the Shadow Realm and is now threatening the city here of Orindar, excuse me. And so I ended up summoning this Earth Elemental here to kind of help reinforce the city and give them a fighting chance. Well, one thing that Casper mentioned that I have to be careful of is that Earth Elementals are actually weak to shock damage, and this Node Serpent in particular does quite a bit of shock damage. As you can see here, it does 11 shock damage per melee attack, so quite a lot of shock coming in. And then also the Wisps actually do a little bit as well. And here, just to take a peek at the Earth Elemental, you can see we have 60% shock weakness. So obviously that's not good. I'm going to have to be really careful in this battle, assuming that they attack the city, which they probably will. On top of that, what's even worse is that Earth Elementals have 100% fire protection. So unfortunately that means that my 2 hatchlings here won't be able to do any damage to the Earth Elemental in this stack. However, they will still be able to hurt the Node Serpent and the Wisp. So this is going to be a really unfortunate battle. I think I'm probably going to lose it, but we'll have to see. I'm not looking forward to doing this battle, but we'll have to see what happens. I shouldn't be defeatist. We have a fighting chance, so we'll do what we can. Anyway, that's a great suggestion from Casper there, just to watch out for those elemental pairings there. Another thing that Casper suggested is, as I'm moving Wazul's stack up here to basically come clear out this island for eventually having my new city there, Casper suggested just scouting out this Shrine of the Mermaid here as I'm on my way up, and if it's worth maybe invading it here on my way and defeating these units to grab the benefits from that. Now, obviously, if this is too tough for me, especially I'm in boats here. All of these units are in boats, I think, maybe except for I think the Apprentice might have. Oh, no. Okay, so yeah, everybody's pretty much going to be in boats. So what that means is they're going to be more susceptible to things like Kraken, who do more damage to units that are embarked. So if this thing is looking too heavily defended, especially considering that I'm playing on strong defenders, then I may just avoid it. But great suggestion by Casper to at least check it out and see if it's worth raiding on my way up to the island here. And then one other thing I wanted to mention that Casper had pointed out in the comments here. Casper had agreed with me that I really probably wouldn't be able to win this battle unless I got insanely lucky or something, and that it was probably too high of a risk to try and attack Firak right now with Crogar's stack. So what Casper suggested to attack Firak here is that I could actually start summoning some, rather than maybe Earth Elementals, I might want to change this over and start summoning Banshees. And the reason why, there's a few reasons why Casper has suggested that I make Banshees, but one of them is that they actually have a little bit of physical resistance, which is going to help me. And then they also have that whale, which can actually impact machine units as well. So there's a few things. There's some benefits here to having Banshees up against a Dreadnought. So I'm actually going to probably do that. I think I'm just going to see, because these are going to take me 3 turns. It's probably not really worth. I'll just start summoning some Banshees as Casper suggested. So again, I need to make this force stronger here. I need to either use Crogar somehow and add other units to this. So I can't siege it as it is. So anyway, thank you again to Casper for all those awesome suggestions. Anyway, let's get into the episode here. There's a lot to do, and I'm pretty excited about kind of doing this battle here. So we've got a few things kind of to deal with here. I think our turn was pretty much over, but let's just kind of confirm that it was. We had this Wraith King moving over here, and I didn't want to get him too close because I didn't want them to come over and basically attack me in a single turn. They may still come and get me, but... So we had all these units. I'm just kind of refreshing my memory as to what was going on. So everybody's pretty much moved, I think. Let's just double check underground that we've kind of used all our movement up, and then we'll flip our turn over. I think we're good. Yeah, in this stack, unfortunately, this Evangelist has used all his movement up, but I don't want to split that stack up. So I think we'll actually probably send a ball down to grab this and then keep moving down this way, I think is going to be the plan with the ball. So yeah, it looks like we've pretty much used up our movement. And then I think, if I remember right, Cirrus, yep, Cirrus is in the Shadow Realm. So we're going to end our turn there. And yeah, and unfortunately I kind of left my city here open, so we'll see if Firak decides to basically come and take my city from me. I left it without a guard, not a very good move on my part. We'll see what happens. And we still don't know where Dwemis is, so that's something I'm definitely going to have to keep my eyes peeled for. I've been really looking for him underground. We know that this is his vassal, but we don't have any evidence that he actually is in this corner. But again, we'll keep looking. He may actually be over here somewhere, I guess, but we'll just have to keep exploring and seeing if we can find him. Okay, so looks like Firak's moved this stack a little bit. Ooh, oh, that's really unfortunate. He got a critical success, which cuts all of my casting points. That's a real pain. Okay, here we go. We gotta defend the city, and unfortunately we don't have any spells now because of that critical success on Enemy of the Faith. Getting disjuncted like that is a real pain in the butt, as you can see. Alright, well, let's try and stretch them out a bit. So we will retreat back. Gotta try and figure out kind of where would be a good Alamo here. Sort of a last stand. Maybe back in these... Back in here somewhere, maybe. So these guys are going to be able to teleport in using phase, so I'm anticipating that they're going to be able to get to me here. That being said, I think I'll still try and kind of run back here. If I can drag this battle out for another turn here, or drag this siege here out for another turn, I might actually be able to get reinforcements to the city, which would be really, really nice. So we will move our hatchlings in. So I think maybe they're going to teleport. No? Okay, they couldn't. So the thing with phase, the thing that might be kind of saving me just a little bit, or was, but it's not going to matter now. This requires 3 action points. So that was kind of helping a little bit. Now, is anybody in range? Okay, let's see what happens here. So they could use sprint to potentially come in and hit me, but I don't think they'll do that. Let's see what happens. Okay, so they were able to phase in, yeah. Boy, you can see how much damage there they just did to those hatchlings. Ouch. Okay, so we'll come in back here, we'll flank them. And then... might as well just flank again, I guess. We're going to take some major damage if we go into melee range here, but we got to do something. Unfortunately, we're probably going to lose this Earth Elemental here in this turn. Oh, okay, it went for that. I guess that's the best I could have hoped for there. Let's see. Okay, we can kill the Node Serpent, so we'll do that. There we go. And now we have a chance to kill the Wisp. We probably won't, though, unfortunately. Let's give it a try. Ugh, we didn't. Ouch. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're probably going to lose now. We'll have to see. So it's basically a 1v1 Earth Elemental versus Earth Elemental. So I'm going to just throw myself... I did get a level up there, which might actually help. So that level up gave us 1 extra melee and a little bit of extra health. So now we have an advantage. So I'm going to put myself in defense and let him attack me. There we go. Regrowth helping out a lot. Fortunately, it's helping him out too. Boy, this is kind of an interesting little battle here. It's kind of the battle of... Boy, that level up might have just saved me here. Let's see what happens. Yes! Okay, we did it. We did it. We successfully defended the city. And you know what? Had he not gotten that level up, I don't think I would have been able to... Oh, and you know what? I totally forgot about this unit. Jeez, that was a big mistake on my part. Now we're probably going to lose this builder. Let's see, what kind of movement? 36, 28. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to outrun him, so I'm just going to... I'll just surrender the builder. God, that was a big blunder on my part. I really kind of didn't think that one through enough, but that's all right. We'll just have to kind of work around it. So we did have an item show up, so this little melee weapon, which is going to help Nabal a little bit. A little bit extra damage. All right, so we got better at governing goblins. All corrupted farms, corrupted springs in the domain of goblin cities generate 15 extra gold, or swarm darters get more health and goblin irregulars get more health. I think I'm kind of past the point of producing swarm darters and irregulars, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to take this one, even though I don't know if I actually have any corrupted farms in the domain of any of my goblin cities. I don't think I do currently, but... Oh, yes. Okay, perfect. This is the one I was hoping for. So we've now gotten to race governance level 3 for Draconians. Now this one we get 2 choices here. All Draconian support units are 20% cheaper, or your leader and all your Draconian heroes receive extra casting points, 10 each. I'm going to take this because that's extremely good for me. So we'll take that. So now we have 80, and all of our heroes got a little bump. And that's actually going to help Cirrus if we go back to Cirrus here. If you remember, I'm trying to get Cirrus up to 50 casting points so that he can eventually get the big 50, the spells that cost 50 to cast. The name of it is escaping me at the moment, but I think it's called like Undead Horde or something, or Undead Plague. No, that's not it. Summon Undead or something. Anyway, Undead Scourge maybe, or Scourge of the Dead. Anyway, that spell, the one I'm thinking of, is the one where every turn you summon an undead unit, basically, and it costs 50 to cast, so it's a very expensive spell, but, yeah, so that's going to help, just having those extra casting points. Anyway, all right, let's get to this. So, we've produced Ashes of the Dead here in our Throne City, which is going to give Heal Undead. So now let's just take a quick peek at our units here and figure out who would benefit the most from having this. So Nabal already has Nourishing Meal, which he can use to heal units, undead or otherwise. And then, let's see, our other warlord, Wazul, let's see what he has. Excuse me. So, Bahir is obviously able to heal undead as he is a necromancer. Where did Wazul end up? Oh, right, I have him above ground. What am I thinking? I don't think he has any healing. No, he doesn't. So we'll probably send it to him. That would give this stack 3 units that can heal, which would be very, very good. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll send this to Wazul. There we go. That works out pretty well. And all right, so now let's do some battling here. Let's kind of get this going. Oh, and would you look at that? It looks like Firak ran away from his throne. Honestly, I'm kind of speechless. I think I might actually be able to take this now. Let's look at this. So we've got... My biggest issue is the cannons, because these things do a ton of damage. But now there's no units around that can rapid repair. Or, sorry, rapid reload. If you have, like, engineers or the Dreadnought himself, you can actually reload. Well, let's do this battle. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised that he ran off. Let's do this. This is really exciting. Okay. Now, the only thing is I don't have any spells, which is really annoying. I think we'll be able to do... Oh, my God. Okay. I totally forgot how much damage those things do. Boy, are they nasty. Look at that. Almost one-shotted our Deathbringer there. Mind you, that Deathbringer isn't leveled up, but I suppose I should be kind of happy that it didn't go against my Titan or my Dragon, because they're going to have to do kind of the lion's share of the work in this battle, I think. This is still by no means going to be an easy battle, but I'm definitely a little bit more confident now than I was previously. Alright, let's heal our Deathbringer. Because boy, did he take a pounding. That was vicious. Absolutely vicious from those cannons. So yeah, they have to reload, and that takes them a turn. Now, if there's an engineer unit, they can reload the cannon, and had Firak been here, he would have probably been able to reload the cannon as well. With rapid reload, that's an ability that Dreadnoughts get. But since they aren't here, as you can see, he moved his stack off, I don't have to worry. Now that those cannons have fired, I get a free turn here where they can't shoot me. And there you go, they're off reloading. Now, in this intervening turn here, it would be great to maybe see if I can use my dragon to maybe get in there and wail on this cannon. Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to get the kill, though, so it might actually be maybe more beneficial to just jump in here and then use my gas breath. I'm going to definitely take a big hit from the cannon. The question, I guess, then is... Okay, we'll beat up the gate. And again, if any of my units go down, I am able to revive them. But of course, this is something that Casper mentioned and something I'm also always keenly aware of. But I think I might have mentioned this a few episodes back. But if a Necromancer goes down and has Undying... here we go. So just like a Lost Soul, you'll come back after 2 turns and you'll only have some of your health. But you basically get like a free death and you can come back in the same battle. But what happens is all of these abilities like Reanimate Undead and Control Undead, these are no longer available. So you basically lose the ability to use them if you haven't already. So you always have to be aware of that, because you might think, oh, I'll just revive my unit. But then if your hero goes down and comes back and you're like, oh, he's alive again, it's fine. Well, you could actually end up being in a bad situation, because then you can't revive. So anyway, the whole point of me yammering about that is that I have to be careful and keep Crogar safe, because I don't want, let's say these Deathbringers go down and I want to bring them back. Well, I'm going to need Crogar having his ability and not... I think we'll actually jump in. Now, they're probably going to die here. Oh, we got a Ghoul Curse off. That's great. A nice support unit there. Anyway, enough yammering. Let's get back to the fighting. But I just have to be careful. I got to make sure that Crogar stays alive, essentially, is kind of the point here. Even though he has Undying, I still have to make sure that he doesn't go down before his time. Okay, so we've got... Let's see. So these machine units won't really take any damage from my gas breath, I don't think. So we could move in and kill the hatchlings or the flamers. Just thinking here. If we put ourselves here, we might be able to... Actually, you know what? That might be a really good position. Let's go there. And then we can still hit with our gas breath. Yeah, and you can see none of those units are affected. We can still hit the ranged units here and do some big damage. Fortunately, we didn't get the kill, but would have been really nice. But now these units will take melee damage. Well, at least the Trebuchet will if it tries to move. Probably won't. And of course, this one, maybe that wasn't the greatest plan. But anyway, we'll end the turn and let's see what happens here. Oh! Well, it took out its own unit, so I guess I can... There's a bit of a positive there. Ouch. So that little spy drone is going to blow up as soon as it dies. Boy, they absolutely obliterated their own unit. A little bit of collateral damage there, as you saw. That was... And man, these Deathbringers took another beating. That was pretty vicious. Alright, so let's get our big boy in there. So our Bone Dragon's really in rough shape here, as you can see. So I think we'll just throw him in defense mode. And we'll send the Deathbringer in to deal with the cannon. I mean, I may end up having to sacrifice some of these units, and if that's the case, that's what I'll have to do. I think this is pretty important, taking out his throne city. And then, I mean, Firak is probably only just in the immediate vicinity of it, so I can hunt him down and maybe get him out of the game the same way I did Rolar. Okay, now, the cannons still have they have to reload again, so I can probably move Crogar in a little bit more. Oh, I don't think we're able to get the kill there. Do we have a... What happens if we go longbow? That's not going to make any difference. Alright, well, we'll do some damage. Ouch, a little bit of fire on me there, not fun. Okay, so the cannons are reloading. And they really want Crogar dead. There goes that explosive death, which actually ended up kind of hurting them quite a bit. Alright, so my Deathbringer is down, so now if my dragon goes down, I won't be able to revive both, so I have to pick one kind of thing. Okay, here we go. I can come in and wail on this cannon at least, so let's do that with our Titan. There we go. I think we'll be okay. I don't think my dragon's going to go down. He's still got 50 health. I think we'll be fine. We were able to take out the trebuchet, no problem there. Crogar's a little bit worse for wear. I forgot that I'd already used my heal. I was going to heal Crogar himself, but so we'll just hang out. I guess we'll break the gate, because why not? This cannon will probably take out my Raptor, although it may come in and go after my Titan. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Now, since these cannons are up and running, I am going to have to kind of keep Crogar back. I really don't want him getting blasted here. The good news, too, is we can actually use... I don't know where that settler ended up, but we can use that settler as a bit of a... as a way to prolong the battle so we can make sure everybody gets revived and stuff, which will be good for us. Alright, so, yeah, so we did lose our Raptor, so we're going to send our caster over to deal with the Raptor. Drop a curse there, because why not? So this caster has Lesser Reanimate Undead, which can be used to revive the Raptor, which is a tier 2 unit. So we'll be fine there. Now we need Crogar to get in to revive the Deathbringer, however. And this guy needs to reload. He's already fired. So he needs to reload, so I don't have to worry about him. So I'll kill off this one. And what the heck, I guess I'll kill off the flyer, because why not? Get that out of the way. So now we're doing pretty good. We're in a much better position. Really, all that's left is the cannon. Oh, and of course that firestorm pillar. So now basically we have the cannon and the Draconian settler, who I'm actually probably going to try to Ghoul Curse if I can get this unit back. So now let's move in, obliterate the cannon. The problem is that cannon is actually going to get to fire again, and I've kind of lined up my units here, so maybe I'll move back one. If he hits Crogar, it's fine, but if he hits the Deathbringer may go down. I'm going to throw him in defense mode and just hope and pray that he doesn't go down. The Bone Dragon, I'm going to literally run away, because I don't want him getting hit by the cannon shot. We'll move over here, and we'll revive the Raptor, who also may take a cannon shot, but I suspect that they're either the cannon's probably gonna kill Crogar, which is fine, he's got Undying. So let's see what happens. Oh, perfect, and he survived. Okay, so that actually ended up working out pretty well. So now we can eliminate the cannon. And we can start moving in our Deathbringer to try and basically Ghoul Curse the Settler. We might even be able to get a standard curse on the Settler as a way to kind of improve our odds. We'll move Crogar in. Jeez, he took some pretty major damage there, as you can see, but he's still moving, and our Bone Dragon took some damage. He's still going, though. If we could Ghoul Curse that Settler, we could basically have a free city that we could make using it, so that would be fantastic. Alright, so we're going to move in. Oh, and he's just out of range, eh? Okay. Yeah, I used up all the movement. Alright, so now I think I have some abilities on. So we can inflict enabling fever or shocked. That's unfortunate because neither of those is really going to help me. See, this is where, had I picked something that actually benefited, and I talked about this a couple episodes ago, I should have picked inflict curse or inflict despair or something that improves the odds of Ghoul Curse. I'm still going to do it because why not? This shouldn't kill him. There. So he does have enabling fever, not that it really is going to matter for Ghoul Cursing purposes, but just have to make sure this doesn't go on for too many turns without me doing damage, but I did just do damage there, so it's actually fine. So I'm going to move my casters in now and try for a curse. Ooh, and we got it. Okay, so that's going to give us pretty good odds. 75% chance. All right, let's try it. Come on. Nice, we got it. That's perfect. Okay. And we'll get a little extra lifesteal there to give Crogar a tiny bit of health back. So that was a fantastic battle, and in my opinion, an absolutely huge mistake on the part of Firak there. I can't believe he moved his stack off like that. Absolutely massive mistake, allowing me to just waltz in. Because had he been there, he'd have been able to keep reloading these cannons and just given me what for. That would have been really, really gross. You saw how much damage those cannons were doing to me. So had Firak been there to just reload his cannons more quickly, we'd have been in real rough shape. So, and look at that, I got a Draconian Elder, and most important here, I got a Settler out of it. So this was a massive, massive win for us. And I think I am going to just migrate this. I could do a plunder and get some gold, but I think we're just going to migrate this to Ghoul Draconians. We'll get a bit of benefit from Mab's boon as well, so that's going to help us. And look, there's Firak himself. Now we just have to kind of heal up a bit from this fight, and then we can go in and take him down. Hopefully. I'm going to stay on the city, I think. I could run up and, get close to him, but he doesn't really have anything that scares me there, to be honest. And yeah, this Titan alone could probably just beat the heck out of him. But I don't want him coming in and trying to take the city, so I'm going to stay on the city. And, okay, so now we've got Cirrus here in the Shadow Realm. So we can move in this way. We can take out the Watchtower. We'll do a little loop here. So we'll use Cirrus to take this out first of all. We could even maybe grab a couple units here with Ghoul Curse if possible. So let's see what we've got. So we've got, might be nice to grab that cavalry. With their extra mobility, they might make kind of a good scout, albeit a little bit more expensive of a scout as they're tier 2, but we'll do that. Let's try and despair them as well. They resisted. Move in and start wailing on everybody with our big boys here, as you see. And Cirrus, I believe, has... So got a 65% chance. Now let's give it a try. Got it, perfect. It's always a little bit easier when you're trying to Ghoul Curse Orcs just because of that innate... They have an innate -1 to resistance, so... If you're playing a Necromancer and you want to try and Ghoul Curse lots of units, Orcs are a great way to do that just because of the decreased resistance. And I think Tigrans have that same issue, so... I mean, again, it all varies depending on the unit. Some units will just have higher resistance depending on the type of unit it is, but again, it's always useful to kind of try and min-max and optimize your chances to build up your army quickly. Turn this guy around. we'll come in for the kill and another curse there. So now we got some extra units. And again, I'm going to use them primarily just as scouts, basically. Okay, there we go. And now we can grab some extra research here, hopefully. And you know what? Let's try for that support unit. We could maybe even make our own little stack here. If we can ghoul curse this apprentice, that apprentice could take care of those orcs, keep them healthy, and that would give us another little self-sufficient stack. So let's see if we can manage that. Try for a throw curse. Ooh, and we failed. Take out this wisp. Oh, not quite. We'll take him out this way then. There we go. Come in and wail on this one. There we go. And a little bit of damage there. Still got our big boy here. Oh, and I didn't even realize these orcs were in the battle too, I guess. Well, we'll have them just kind of chill back, because I don't really want them getting in the action. There we go, going after the unit that's shocked. That makes sense. Get those flanking hits. So let's just light up this Phantasm Warrior. There we go. We're actually going to move in this way and see if we can get a Despair. Not quite. Again, that would have improved our odds of Ghoul Curse there. Kill off that unit. And now, I think we're going to move in with Cirrus, and we're going to do a Whale. Oh, and wow, they're just resisting everything. Holy cow. So we're going to wait one, because I do want to Ghoul Curse them, so... Take a little damage there. So we've got a 50% chance to get it, but we can try for a regular curse. We can do this for some... Okay, we did get some Despair on there, which now we have a 95... Look at how effective that was. That went from like a 50%, I think it was, to a 95% chance with a couple of stacks of Despair. So very, very powerful. Very powerful way to improve your odds. Let's see. Okay, and we got it. Boy, that would have been insane if we wouldn't have gotten it there with 95% chance. But it, 5% chance of it happening. So, but we got it. So now we have, and we got a level up here for one of our Titans. So now we have an actual unit to maintain this little stack. So that's actually kind of nice. Now we have another little self-sufficient group of units who will group up after this turn. So we're actually going to abort this spell. We're going to change it over to... Would be great to have Enemy of the Faith back summoning again, and I do want Power Ritual going. I think we'll actually do Power Ritual first, because that's really, really obviously a very powerful ability. Just extra damage for all of our undead units, which is pretty much all of our units, because almost every unit we have is undead, so very, very good. I think we'll just move this Lost Soul. I was bringing this Lost Soul in to back up when I thought I needed help with the Throne City. So I'm just bringing that Lost Soul over there. So we'll have to do some production here pretty soon. Let's go back underground, though. We still have some units to deal with. So we have Bahir's stack here, who's going to need to... Alright, so let's use our boar here and just do a bit of exploring. Okay, looks like we've got a city here. Little dwarven city, it would appear. So it's neutral, though, nobody owns it. So it looks like Dwemis probably isn't up here. Again, I'll have to keep looking. It might be nice to grab this actually while we're going up here. So let's just, yeah, let's take this. That'll give us some extra vision, and then we can maybe raid that boneyard if we're strong enough. Maybe grab a unit from it. All right, so we'll do this battle. Might be nice, too. We could try and grab maybe this Tigran Sun Guard or something. I think, yeah, but here's at level 9, so I'm pretty sure I gave him Ghoul Curse last episode. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Okay. Let's light up these shredders and get them out of the way. There we go. And then, you know what? Let's try for Let's try to immolate. That'll give us a little bit better chance. They resisted. That would give us a slightly better chance of getting that ghoul curse off, though. So we'll do this. We'll throw us in defense mode. And we'll move in with our butcher as well. We'll keep Bahir back. Don't really need him getting into the action too much. He might get pounced here by one of these units. Let's see what happens. Okay, they're going after the Nightmare. Oh, he wanted my fairies dead, I guess. Alright, so let's move in here and let's try for it. 45% chance. Ooh, and we got lucky there. Perfect. Okay, we'll light up the cheetah. We got the kill, no problem. And we can light up these cheetahs as well and get the kill. Perfect. Well, just like that, we got a nice little tier 1 unit. Whether we use them or not remains to be seen. Well, we got this bone dragon we'd have to take out. Be really nice to get that on our side, though. That would be very useful for us. Might be able to manage it. I guess we'll have to kind of see. Alright, a little boar's doing some more exploring. And, okay, yeah, this city we were producing some units to act as a guard here. Maybe one more unit just because we're underground and haven't fully explored everything around here. Well, you know what? It is pretty defended. I think we'll be okay with maybe just the one unit for now. Alright, so this stack here. Now, we could go explore this way, but there's a chance that that might come out to be a dead end, so I don't know if I really want to do that. It's a shame we aren't able to get to that. I think, yeah, we'll ignore this, and we'll go this way. Eventually, we can maybe send a unit up to go scout that or something. And I just want to make sure this is... Yep, this one has life drain, so send that unit off to join. And I think this one does too, yep. Well, just like that, we've built a stack for this, for Nabal here. Obviously kind of focused on pikemen, but pikemen with greater... or with life drain, which is pretty good, so that's pretty decent for that stack. This city is nice for producing them. It's kind of well built for it here. Yeah, we'll have to decide if we want to do anything with it. Oh, here we go. So let's grab this city while we're here. So the city wasn't defended. It was a vassal that was basically undefended there. So this is already a goblin city. I think we get a benefit if it's goblins for this corrupted spring. Let me double check our race governance here. So this is corrupted springs and corrupted farms. So if we were to keep this goblin, we would get some benefit from having this corrupted spring once we corrupt it in our domain. And we do have a dungeon here which would give us slaughter pits. Slaughter pits would give, if produced, it would make infantry units that are produced here have killing momentum, which is very, very powerful. What other races could we have? So we have goblins, draconians, halflings, and tigrans. The draconian unit already gets killing momentum at gold medal, so it's kind of wasted, like the tier 3 flyer. Still useful, but kind of wasted. But, you know what, I want more race governance experience, so let's just go Ghoul Draconians. I think that's going to be... And we've got, you know what, we've got a Magma Forge here, which might end up in the domain of this city, so that would give us more production as Draconians, so we'll go Draconian. That's done, okay. I think we'll just leave this little stack here for... Well, you know what, it would be great to get these units in here, maybe replace one or two of these butchers. But I could also just try and form this unit into its own little stack. But anyway, let's do what we got over here. So this little unit needs to get over and join up here with this city that we took, which we now have control of. We'll just do a Harvester's Guild. We want to get an Embalmer's Guild going. Now, did I do anything? Have I been above ground here? Okay, that's right here. So now we have reinforcements that can come in to help. Maybe we could even come up here and deal with this little stack if we need to. Let's go back underground. We could also use these guys to maybe go clear out some of these structures here. Obviously, these units are a little bit beat up, so might have to just hang out for a couple turns until they can heal. All the more reason to get an Embalmer's Guild going as soon as possible, which will heal the undead units stationed in the city. I think we're pretty much done for our battling for this turn. Unless... yeah, I don't think these guys are going to be able to really do much. So let's pick our research here. So we've got 139. And here's our endgame spell, Age of Death. So that's our tier 7 spell as a Necromancer, which we could start researching. It would take 9 turns. I'll just read the description here. Undead energies suffuse battlefields of the world. Each time a battle is fought, there is a 35% chance that units that fell will return from the grave as ghouls under your control. So I'll read that again. Each time a battle is fought, there is a 35% chance that units that died in the battle will return from the grave as ghouls under your control. Leader, hero, elemental, incorporeal, machine, and undead units are not affected. But this basically means that anytime there's a battle, you have a chance to be getting little extra units that can help. That's a very, very powerful, massive spell. But, you know, I am kind of tempted to do this Summon Fallen Angel. That would basically allow me to summon some pretty disgustingly good units. These Fallen Angels are vicious. They're very, very good. They have Undying right out of the gate, I think. Yeah, they do. They start with Life Drain, which means that if I summon them in a city that has Embraced Darkness, they get even better. They get greater Life Drain, which is incredible. They have Petrifying Scream, Unholy Champion. They're dedicated to evil, which benefits me because I'm going to eventually get stuff that helps with that. Like, man, are they strong. I think I'm gonna go for this to have a tier 4 unit that I can summon, and then once I have this, then maybe I'll do Age of Death. Although I do have some extra here, so why don't I spend it on Corpse Furia? And then that's still only going to take 6 turns. So now we'll do our Fallen Angel. So yeah, a couple episodes ago when Casper suggested waiting until the end of my turn to do research, that was a great suggestion. I'm really enjoying doing that now. You get some extra free little... You get to be much more efficient with it as you are, you know, as you guys are seeing, as I'm kind of now a little bit better with that. I could just keep pumping out these butchers from this city, which are pretty incredible. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just pump some more butchers out, and I can bring them down to join this army. Even I could make another butcher or two, and maybe a blight doctor, and then I'd have my own little nasty army here ready to go. So I think that's what we'll do. So let's do our production on all these other cities here. So this is up our city underground that's a little bit further north. So we've got this Haunted Inn now, which is good. Extra production from the foundry. So is there anything around this city that we want to kind of grow into? Oh, there's this, yeah, Lost Library. So let's do an observatory just to grow the city, the domain, and then we'll have this in our domain, which is good. And then we can maybe even start producing some decent... If we make the Magic Academy, it makes our support units better, so that would be pretty cool. We could even maybe start getting reanimators out of this city or something. That might be nice. Back up top now. So we are running kind of low on gold, so we can't be going too crazy with spending. Let's see now. Did this city... Oh, and you know what? This city had another... This is another... Thank you to Casper again for this, but he suggested always looking for useless structures in cities that you've captured. That's actually going to generate more income than merchandise will. So I'm going to sell the storehouse, which I can't use. So we'll sell that off. We've got our Crypt of Unlife ready to go, which is going to make this city much more defensible. All right, let's do Oberos here. Be great to, you know what? Let's get this Magic Academy going, and then we can start producing elders, or maybe we could make a Necromancer's Dark Tower and make some reanimators. I think that's what we'll do. So let's do the Magic Academy there. Thor's Bud here. We're running kind of low on gold, so I think we will just do merchandise in most of these cities. Now this little guy is probably going to get eventually attacked again by units coming out of here. So it would be great if I could get an army to... Ooh, this is not good. I don't like this being near my dwelling. You know what? I'm almost tempted to just come back and guard that a little bit. Okay, we got this guy up here. I think what we'll do is we'll plop down right here. We'll build a fort right there. That'll get us this Heart of the Volcano for some extra casting points. If this city eventually grows big enough, we can just destroy this if we need to. But I want those extra casting points, so we'll do that. Boy, oh boy. All right, we... I definitely don't want to lose this dwelling after working so hard to get it producing these Wraith King units. We don't really have anybody in this area that can help out. We did have this guy coming down. I almost forgot about him. So we'll grab these. And then, yeah, we'll move him down just to join up with this stack here. There we go. I'm going to keep him off the main stack, though, just so he doesn't get set to perpetual camping out mode. Alright, just might as well finish exploring there. Alright, let's do some more production. So this city is eventually going to need more guards, but for now we're going to just have to... Either that or we'll send something in to go cleanse this. We really kind of got to do some cleanup here. We've got so many loose ends to tie up around most of these cities. I don't want all these spawning structures, especially the ones in the Shadow Realm, causing me a big headache, as you've already noticed that they've been doing there. So, yeah, this city's going to need more defenders here. So maybe I'll actually start producing it, and then next turn that'll get started. In our throne... We could start forging another item. I'm going to wait a turn to do that, though, because we are kind of low on income at the moment. We'll send our settler up here. And I'm going to probably put the city more or less right smack dab in the middle here, and then as it grows, it'll encompass most of these structures. So we'll have a mana node, gold mine, trading post, ziggurat, dungeon, heart of the... Glade, I think that is, or whatever it's called, and maybe even this structure as well. So we'll have quite a bit in here, which is all good. Now I think we scouted this. Yes, we did. There wasn't any spawning thing around here, so this should be safe from invasion. There shouldn't be anything coming out of the Shadow Realm. Oh, and I forgot about this little guy up here. We can grab some extra gold. Nice. And then we can also come up and take this city over eventually. Once Wazul has cleared off this island, he can move up here and grab this little city. I think we scouted underground just a touch, yeah. So we took a peek there, and it's kind of a dead end. So this city should be relatively safe from roving units as well, but we'll have to go check out that Shadow Gate, see what's in there. I don't think we've done that yet, have we? Nope. So, sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice here a little bit. All right, now I really got to decide here what to do. I really don't want this unit coming in and taking out my hard-earned dwelling, so I'm gonna camp out right there. All right, now let's send Wazul up and see what we're dealing with here. Oh, we can handle that, as long as, of course, and what's nice about this too is this will fully restore my movement. Now let's see though, if we go closer, okay, it's not going to reveal any other units. All right, so let's take this out. Great suggestion from Casper to investigate this. It's still going to be a tough battle because we're embarked, which is going to limit us a little bit, but I don't think these mermaids... I I don't think they actually even do more damage to a... Yeah. No, they don't do any extra damage to embarked units, so we don't have to worry about that, which is very nice for us. So we do a minimum of minimum of 6, maximum of 9. With this we do a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 9. So we'll do this. There we go. Bring our Deathbringer in to kind of protect a little bit. So we're just going to play this one relatively safe here. Nothing crazy. Throw a weaken on there. I'm just going to let them come to me, basically. Expecting they're going to come in there and wail on the Witch Doctor. That was an interesting choice there. Okay, I think we'll take out this mermaid. There we go. And now let's light up this mermaid here. Get the kill. Perfect. And then we can come in and do some damage here. And we can move in and blast them with fire. Not quite get the kill, and then we can finish them off with the crossbow. Perfect. Alright, we didn't lose any units, which was great, and we got our movement back. Got some extra experience, which is always good. I'm thinking this sunken city might be a touch above our pay grade, since we don't really have any units that are meant for water fighting. So I'm going to ignore that one, I think. I think let's see, which way do we want to clear the island? So we can clear it this way, or we can clear it this way. I'm thinking I'm going to clear it this way, and the reason for that is because I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This way I'm going to get some extra experience winning these battles, hopefully, before I have to go do the big boy dungeons here. Whereas this way I have to start with the dungeons, which are going to be obviously harder. So if I can get these Deathbringers up to silver or gold medal, they'll be a lot better. And these guys too, already silver medals, so that's pretty good. So I think what we'll do here is, yeah, we're gonna ignore this for now, the sunken city. But I'm glad I grabbed that Shrine of the Fickle Mermaid. And then, so yeah, we'll move over here, and then we can clear out. We'll start with this gold mine, I think, and then move around the island that way. Okay, so we're back in the Shadow Realm here. We've got Cirrus, and he's going to probably keep exploring. We've got a warband camp we got to clear out. So now let's do a bit more scouting. Ooh, we got a Forbidden Sanctum up there too, which is really nice. Now, which way do I want to scout? I think I'm going to scout kind of over here first. Oh, and we've got ourselves a city. We've also got a roving unit who I don't want to come in contact with. Oh, and look at this. A Shadow Elf Exterminator. It's riding like a type of raptor. That's cool. So I think in my next playthrough series, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out Shadow Elves, and I think I'm going to try a Shadow Elf Sorcerer for my next playthrough. I'm really excited to give these guys a try and see what happens kind of if I start off in the Shadow Realm and how that goes. So yeah, this city we're going to definitely come and try and capture with Cirrus. Back underground now, so I think we're going to just hang out with this stack here for now. Same with this stack. I don't want to start venturing out while they're still pretty beat up. I don't like to leave the big heavy hitter units stationary like that, but I think in this case I'm going to play it a little bit safe. So that's going to do it for our turn. So we'll end our turn there. So now the big question is Firak going to run off, or is he going to try and come back and fight? I mean, he can't bang with this stack. Like, he just can't. This is essentially full-on Doom stack mode now. So I don't think Firak's going to be able to deal with it unless he's got extra units that he's going to bring in. So we'll see what he does here. I hope he stays in the vicinity. Okay, someone else has just completed Sage. One of the two that we haven't encountered yet, who I'm sure are over here on the right side of the map. on the east of the map. Alright, so Firak's going to take off. Looked like he might have embarked there even. Yeah, I think that's what he did. You can see we actually still are tracking them. Oh, he tried to disjunct Whispers of the Fallen, and he thankfully failed. Alright, we're just going to auto-combat that away. So Sage means that somebody else has reached a tier 6 spell, I think is what that says. Okay, so we're being attacked by a Bone Dragon, so I guess whether we like it or not, we're going to have to do it. And you know what? I'm totally willing to sacrifice some of my units if it means getting that Bone Dragon for this stack. So, all right, let's figure out the plan here. So we're gonna do Dragon Ancestry on Bahir. We're gonna use the Nightmare and the Butcher to intercept the dragon. I think is gonna be the plan. So we'll kind of spread them out a little bit. And I want to keep Bahir back because obviously I don't want him going down. So Bahir's going to kind of hang out back here for now. Our Toadstool Fairy is going to be able to do a lot of elemental damage, which is really going to be good for us against this dragon. So I'm also very happy I have those Elders who can do some extra fire damage. Okay, so they're going to take their sweet time moving in on us. I was kind of hoping they would charge right in, but no such luck there. Okay, so we got them out of the way. Let's see what's the... Yeah, so if we move in too far, we're going to start getting blasted there, which I don't want. So we'll do some shock bolts to these Lost Souls and kill them off. Alright, that's perfect. Now we might get blasted by the breath attack, but that's kind of okay, because we've got a lot of health, so I think we'll be able to... And we're undead, so we're kind of blight resistant as it is, so... Yeah, there we go. Just our fairies took some damage, no worries. Alright, so now let's bring the pain to this dragon. We want to do as much damage here as possible. Unfortunately, this bird is kind of in the way. It's kind of annoying, actually. So we might actually just have to kill off the bird first. There we go, perfect. Now we're going to have to make sure one of these Lost Souls comes back, though, because we can't kill the Bone Dragon. If the Bone Dragon is the last unit, we kill it, then the battle will be over, unfortunately. Maybe shouldn't have killed that now that I think about it. That was kind of a mistake, actually. So, and I don't want him to die fighting me. I don't think, yeah, Control Undead doesn't work there. So, I think maybe what we'll do is we'll just come around this way, do that. I'm not going to hit him. I'm just going to go in defense mode, and I'm going to hope that the dragon doesn't attack. Well... Yeah, but he's probably going to attack, though. Well, kind of stuck now. Okay, let's see what happens. He's probably going to die. Oh! Fairies took some hits there. Perfect. Okay, this worked out well. Alright, so now we can kill the dragon. We can revive the dragon on our team. Heck yeah. Lost Soul 1 is dead. And Lost Soul 2 is dead. Perfect. Just like that, we got ourselves a free Bone Dragon. Didn't even have to go raid the Boneyard, so... There we go. Alright, well that just made a huge difference for us there. So this guy doesn't have any movement points, though, so he's not going to be able to do anything this turn. But, boy, that's awesome. Really, really nice for us. Basically just got a free Bone Dragon for this stack. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, and look at that. Firak surrendered, so... He knew we had that doom stack. He knew he couldn't do anything. My empire is crumbling. Our cause is hopeless. I offer you my throne and my fealty, and I will accept that, good sir. And there we go. Firak the Roughskin has lost, and we now have Firak as a hero. And yeah, now he's an Arc Lich working for us. Had some Dead Man's Boots and a prototype rifle, so quite happy about that. So that's another opponent dead. So now we just have Dwemis, who is one of the partnership there with Wazul. Maybe we'll even have Wazul come and fight Dwemis, you know, because Wazul now works for us. And then we also have these two unknown opponents who we haven't actually encountered yet. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to have for Firak. So, Pest Control Squad's pretty good. That's going to make us... His stack would have Monster Slayer, Animal, and Fey Slayer. Pretty good. We'll take that. Wizard Hunters is quite good. All the units gain 1 resistance, and Summon Slayer, which is quite good. Forge Aprons, that's good for being undead. And then I am tempted to take Guardian Flame. It doesn't heal undead, but it can give a really nice fire protection bonus and fire damage, so might be worth taking. Lightning Rod Banner's kind of nice if you go up against any of those, Node Serpents or anything like that. I think we're going to take that, because I think if I remember right, one of these two is a sorcerer. So we're going to probably be up against some nasty shock damage, so I think we're going to take that for his stack. So now we got to build Firak a little army. And we also got to figure out where the heck we want to send this settler. So maybe what I'll do is I'll actually bring that settler back over here, over where I was planning before to make my city. I was initially planning, where was I planning? Back up here. But now that I'm looking at it, there's actually... Oh, and we have this city here. What am I talking about? We need to go take this city. I've been talking about it for turn after turn, and we need to go siege it. So now that we don't have to worry about Firak anymore, could send some units in to do that, actually. That might not be a bad plan. So why don't we send... You know what? We'll do this. We'll send our Cadaver with our Wraith King. We'll send them over to go scout that out. And so yeah, Sage means that somebody has a tier 6 skill research now. So one of these two unknown opponents is going to have that. So they're going to be a real handful when we finally get to them. They're going to be a lot to deal with, I'm sure. Okay, and we've got an ancient ruin site, and we've also got a little bandit here. Scoundrel, so we'll come back through so we don't get killed. Yeah, boy, that's nice that he's dead. Turned 40, so we've successfully killed 3 of our opponents. So Wazul, Rolar, and Firak. So one team of 2 is totally dead. One team of 2 is down to just 1, and then the other team of 2 is still up and running. And they're obviously going to be probably the thing that poses the most challenge for me in this playthrough, but we'll have to see, I guess. And we're going to rush production of this just so we get that healing more quickly. Okay, and I'm trying to get this unit over here, but that's still going to take a couple turns, unfortunately. And you know what? I think we're going to call this episode here. It's been really productive. I mean, we took out Firak, and we've done quite a bit. So I think we'll call this episode here. We'll just zoom out and get a nice view of this. So yeah, now we've really kind of got ourselves spread over this left side of the map here. Kind of the western red plague, if you will, of Crogar the Corrupt. So we'll save this one. So yeah, now the plan is going to be, I think we got to figure out, we'll call this episode 12, we got to figure out where Dwemis is, because that's, again, been the question for like the last 4 episodes or 5 episodes or whatever it's been. We've been looking for him. And then obviously we're going to have to eventually come in contact with those 2 mystery opponents, I should say, and see if we can deal with them. And now that they've got tier 6 research, I mean, they're going to be tough to deal with. So, but anyway, guys, as always, I really appreciate you watching, and yeah, just stay tuned. This is still going to be an exciting next couple episodes, I think. So I'll see you in the next one, guys.